see, whenever the test case execution, whatever the test case is written by the testing team at any scenario, okay, if as you said expected result is not matching with the actual result, then you need to move to the bug life cycle. Okay, so in the bug life cycle, okay, the tester will identify the errors, what are all things happened in the code level, not only in the code level, in the UI level also, the functionality level also. Okay, some spaces is there, scroll bar is there, okay, some grammatical mistakes will be there, some pictures are not UI issues, so these are also will come under as a defects only. Okay, you identified, very good. So what you need to do, you need to report those defects in one tool. Okay, that tool called defect tracking tool. The tool is called as defect tracking tool in market. Okay, there are many defect tracking tools. Bugzilla is there, Jira is there, okay, ServiceNow is there, ALM is there. Okay, different tracking tools are there, but the main core thing was addressing the defects, logging the defects to in one particular type of reporting tool. Okay, that's why it is called as a defect tracking tool. Okay, so once you raise a defect, okay, so the state of the defect is new. Okay, in case if your defect was accepted by the developer, okay, then will become as a bug, then the state of the bug is open. Okay, so who are reporting the issues? Testing team. Whom to they are reporting? Dev team. If the dev team or developer team accepts your issue, then the state of issue is open, right? Okay, once the issue was fixed, he resolved, I mean, he was verified and he addressed where it was went wrong, he identified his mistakes and he has given some fix. Okay, then again he will give a build to the testing team. Okay, so the status of bug here, it becomes fixed. Okay, after you verifying this one, okay, after you verifying this one or retesting this one, if it is working fine, then you can make it as a resolved and close, or working fine and close. In case, even though if developer given fix, if it is not working in the QA environment, then again you need to do reopen. Okay, why? Because the developer has developed or implemented his code in the dev environment. There might be some configuration issue or some code level issue or some might be there. It should be worked under your QA environment. In case, even though if the fix is not working in the QA environment, then again you need to reopen the issue. Okay, sir, you will get a problem or question. Okay, the developer given the fix, it was resolved, verify fix. After 2 to 3 builds or 3 to 4 sprints, again this same problem came. So what we need to do? No need of raising the new bug, again reopen the same bug. Okay, is it clear up to now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now we'll discuss about this. Okay, rejected. See, you will raise a defect saying that some giving with valid credentials login is not working, something like that. But okay, the developer, you raise a developer to some A, B, C. Okay, so developer will see that issue, boss. Okay, you have given instead of this username, you have some capital R instead of you given small r. That's why it is not working. Please check. So in that cases, he will reject. Okay, and sometimes same type of issues raised by you and your teammates, so one other will be become as a duplicate, it will be deferred. And one more thing also will become under deferred. Some issues or some bugs which cannot be able to fix by the development team, even though if they given hot fixes also, but it won't work or it is a known issue, then the state of the bug will be as deferred. Okay, or they want time to fix this issue, then they move it as a deferred state. Okay, then again you came to know reopen. Now, what happens if you raise a issue? Okay, developer is telling, boss, this is not a issue. What you will do? I'm asking you guys. See, I am a developer. Somebody of your testing team, you have addressed a issue against my code. Against my code. Okay. So you come, the ticket will be come to my bucket, and I am telling you, boss, this is not an issue. So what is your defense? Sujit?
Sir, we have to raise it in a defect triage call and let the stakeholders know about it, and we have to come upon a common agreement if it has not been agreed earlier with the higher management.
Yes.
And then we can park the ticket for further reference.
Yes. See, I am telling you guys, in the entire IT industry, don't trust or believe verbal communication. Okay, boss, I have done this, you can do this. Even though if it is a small work, either it should be logged in somewhere or reported in somewhere, or it should be in mail communication. Okay, even if it is not communicating anywhere, then you will be get into log by someday. Developer will simply escape. On that day I told, but you're not tested. So even though if it is a small, minor or very normal functionality also, you need to have proper mail communication or reporting communication. Otherwise, you will be cornered for one day. See team, I will tell you one thing. In production or any project or application going to the live, if any production issues will came, so the client or management or manager will come and ask first question to the testing team. They will never ask development team. Why testing team not identified in the QA environment? This issue. How it came spill over from there. So you have to defend yourself, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So suppose if you have logged an issue which was already logged in some defect tracking tool, the developer will say, boss, this is not an issue. You cannot able to do like this, means, okay, no problem. But if the same issue has reproduced in the production, then you will be safe. The developer will be caught, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why the bug life cycle and defect tracking tool, which is a safeguard for the testing team. Okay. And one more thing. So why we need to do this tracking tool? Because in a team, there should be no duplicate issues. Suppose Sujit has identified one issue, same issue was identified by Preeti. So it should not be duplicate, right? Then it is a double work for the developer, time waste for him. So to avoid that conflicts, so the defect tracking tool, it will generate some defect IDs. Okay, based on the defect IDs, they will track. And one more thing, long back in while the time of sprint planning, I have told you, right? So many service-based companies or many companies, as a tester, we need to raise minimum 4 bugs, right, per day.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so it will track. Okay, suppose if you are getting a hike for the next appraisal, so on what basis they need to provide? Basing on your writing your test cases, basing on your execution test cases? No, they will provide your hike and they will describe or they will evaluate your performance, how many defects you have raised. Okay. So suppose you have raised entire year some 200 to 250 bucks. They will segregate in that one. So which is minor, which is major, which is blocker, which is critical. If you are raising more critical and blocker bucks, then you will get a good pay. Or if you are getting minor or something, okay, fine, this guy is working good. Okay, so it will reflect on your appraisal also. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose
Yes, sir.
if you are not raising any defect, means this resource is not identifying the defects. Why you are allocated to the project? Your job is to identify the defects only, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you are not identifying the defects, then why you are in the project? So if the resource is not required, then you can go to some other company. Simply they will say like that. So they will track entire your defects, how many of you raised in the defect tracking tool. Okay. So I hope now you are clear with the bug life cycle, right? Any doubts in this? Hello.
Yes.
Is it clear to all?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now I will show the defect tracking tool. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So this is a Jira defect tracking tool. Usually this is a paid defect tracking tool. Okay. So most of the companies, 70 to 80% of companies will use this Jira defect tracking tool. Some companies, some are startup companies or product based companies. Some product based companies, they will go for free trials, that is like Bugzilla. Okay, and some server based projects, they will use service now tickets. So depends upon the project, client and organization, this defect tracking tool might vary. Okay, so for your practice purpose, you just go to the browser, click on Jira, try to log in with your subscribe or something with your Gmail, then you will get this dashboard. I will provide that Jira. Okay, so I will provide in the batches group. Okay, how to log in or how to subscribe. Okay, so now just assume that I'm beginning from the creating a project. So you don't need to do creating any project. This entire work as done by the Scrum Master. So creating project, resource allocation, task allocation, everything is done by the Scrum Master. But up here I am doing the, as a Scrum Master, I am creating some dummy project. Okay. So just click on the create project. Okay, so select the bug tracking. You can use the template. Suggest me any project name. Any,
Your box on Amazon.
okay,
PO box or automation, sir.
Amazon we can. Okay, so my project name is Amazon and keyword is AM. So then create project. Okay, now you can see right in the left side, Amazon project is created, right? You can see it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose in this Amazon project, I am identified one error and I am raising this defect. How to raise a defect? Just click on create. So by default, it will come as Amazon. Okay. So I told you, right, different tools have some templates. So based on the templates, automatically it comes as bug. So summary. So developer won't read your steps. By reading the summary only, he can analyze what is the issue. So main reason, you need to draft proper manner for your issue. Okay, so I am giving some sample summary for this. User is not able to add iPhone 13 to the cart.
To the cut.
To the add to cart. Okay. So this is my summary. By reading this one only, developer will came to understand. Okay, here the components. So you can select by default they will give some login, logout. Depends upon the project. By default it will be there. So description. So here you need to write the steps. So step 1. Login with valid credentials. Second step, go to search bar and enter product name iPhone 13. Click on search button. iPhone 13 product is displayed. Select the product. Try to cart. This one only right steps. Did I miss anything? Okay, so after this, you need to write here expected result and actual result. So Shruti M. So for this, what is expected result and what is actual result? Shruti M. Okay. Wait, Sujit. Chandana.
Yes, sir.
So for this scenario, what would be the expected result and actual result?
Expected result is they can add to the cart.
Okay. What happening in the actual result?
In actual card, it must be add to the cart.
You are telling both same. For expected, you are telling same. Actual, you are telling same.
In actual, successfully, it should be add to the cart.
Okay. Yeah, Swati.
Sir, actually expected results means it should be added to the cart. Actual means it is not iPhone 13 was unable to add to the cart.
That's it. Okay. So that is the expected result and actual result. And you can see, right, reporter. If you are login with your name to this defect tracking tool, so your name will become, and you know, right, versions in the build versions as we discussed in long back, right? So you can mention the which version this issue came. and you can see, right, priority. So highest, high, low, lowest. If you select highest, then it is a critical. So basing on the expected result and actual result, you need to give the priority. Developer won't come for you high, medium, low, because it won't bother them. Whenever if you give highest, then that day it will be a big fight for you. I mean, dev team and testing team, developer will team. Okay, they will try to push this issue as it's a non-defect, but you need to defend yourself. Boss, this issue is coming in this many ways. I have tested it for 10 to 15 cents. I'm able to reproducible. I cannot say it is not a non-issue. So you can have to show the proofs and everything. Okay, why developer will come to you when it is a higher and highest means? Because he has written so many lines of code, then it is a more hectic work for him to identify in which line the fix has to identify. Okay, so that's why they have to skip their work and they have to push this. So it is better to identify more critical and higher bugs. If you identify more critical and higher bugs, you cannot able to proceed further, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
So on that day, your job is done. You cannot able to proceed and you will be sit aram se. Developer will have work. Okay. Then labels, select the labels. So it should be a login, password or card. Okay. So I can keep it as a something like login. Okay. So this estimation. So this estimation will take care by the Scrum Master. So it will related to the development. So how many days, how many weeks, how many hours required for him to fix this issue? Okay. So environment. So in which environment you verified? Okay, whether it is in Windows application, Chrome, which browser? Windows means Windows 7 or 10. Is it 32-bit or 64-bit? What is the RAM size? Okay, what is the build version number? What is your browser version number? Suppose if you are testing for mobile, okay, you need to mention your mobile model number, Android version. Then what is the browser version in your Android? Okay, which build you are working. So everything you need to mention. Okay, then this is most important attached. Okay, so whatever the issue you raise, okay, so it is like a proof and evident for you. Okay, so it is like just simply like how we are uploading the images or something in the Gmail or something, right? Same thing like that. So whatever the issues are there, you just take a screenshot of that and save it or rename like that for issue, and you can select browse from here and you can go there, select some pictures. Okay, I'm selecting some dummy picture, so it will come over here and you can say, is it affect for any other versions? If it is none, okay, fine. This due date linked issues will take care by the Scrum Master. So assigning, so this is a sample, right? So by default it will come my name only, but in real time you need to assign for this functionality which developer is working for that. So you can need to mention his name and it will directly go to him. And this epic link, so it will take care by the Scrum Master. Then you can click on create. Okay, so your issue is created. So you can see, right, all issues. If you click on all issue, see open issues, it came, right? Just now I have opened, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so it will come under your. So like this, we need to raise the defects in Jira tracking tool. Okay, you will get a question, sir. What if I use Bugzilla? What if I use ServiceNow? Whatever the tracking tool use, just It's a difference in their template only. But the main core concept of rising the issue, addressing the steps, versions, everything is same. Only template will be changed. Okay. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can see here we can able to switch the projects also. So you can see here, this I have created for different other batch, previous batch. Okay, so you can see the right. So radio button, user unable to navigation, look trackable. So different scenarios I have told them. Okay, so you can see this. See, open a browser, click on klook.com, click on search bar. So you can see right in this way we need to write the steps to reproduce. Click on search result verify
In
that.
description, we have to mention the steps what we followed, is it?
Yes. In which way, what steps you identified that issue. And one more thing, whatever the steps, okay, these steps you need to again map in your test case document
Cases.
under retesting. Okay, so once the developer has given the fix for this issue, what you need to do? You need to do retesting. Okay, if the issue is reproducing again, so what you need to do? You need to reopen, right?
Reopen.
Okay, in case if it is working fine in the retesting, so what is the next step you need to do? You need to do
Close.
regression testing.
Okay.
Sorry, your voice is low.
You need to do regression testing. What is meant by regression testing and retesting? Whenever the developer has given a fix for a particular
Learning process.
is it working fine or not, then the doing testing is called retesting. Whatever the fix given by the developer, is it affecting the previous functionality or the next functionality of particular scenario? So doing such type of testing is called regression testing.
Regression.
Okay. So coming back to this bug life cycle, so we need to remember it in some generic way. Okay. So everybody is clear, right? In the defect tracking tool.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see how to remember this bug life.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in defect tracking tool, sometime we map it with the requirement also. How do we do that?
Yeah, we need to give the requirement ID. That's it.
Okay, in that link, epic link which we were seeing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
See, some organizations they will call it as a user story.
Yes.
Okay, some organization they will call it as a requirement or functional ID. Some organization they will call it as a epic.
Yeah.
Depends. Okay. Yeah. So I want to show one more thing also. So how to take the screenshots? Okay. So function press print screen, it will be fine. But by default in your system, there is a tool called snip tool. Okay. So are you able to see this tool?
Snippet.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
we are-
Just click on new. No need of taking entire screen. Just only I want this part. Then you can save it. So you can copy it also, you can save it. Okay. But for your efficiency and you should be something different from other your teammates, right? So for that there is a tool, okay, like app. So if your organization permits you to download this app, then it is a very useful for you to raise the defects with evident proof. Okay, sir, what is the difference between the sniffing tool and this like app tool? Nothing. Just
And record the session.
record the actions which you perform. Okay. So actions which you perform on screen. Okay. See, whatever the actions you are doing. Okay. See, while testing the application. Okay. So you need to enter the valid game. So developers and other team will be came to know, okay, this guy, instead of writing the steps, by seeing this GIF file also, they can easily identify, okay, this guy went in this way. So there it came the issue. Okay. So now I am stopping this. I will show you how it will be.
Sir, it will record completely what we are do while testing, sir.
Yes, it will not, it will record your screen, what actions you perform.
Okay.
You can see it, right? Linux command just now I have created. Okay. So
It is suggested to use these kind of tools when we are doing some ad hoc testing or random testing, because we don't have a particular steps to do the things.
yes,
And in between, if the system breaks, we cannot replicate the same. So that time it is very useful.
are you observing, right? Whatever the actions are done with mouse overs, so everything is recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you will get a doubt, sir, in the Jira tool. Okay. It will allow for some size only. So if the recording is more, what I need to do? See, the size of whatever the length, even though if you do it for more than 3 minutes, so it won't take much more. And the type of the file is GIF, not in MP4 or something. Okay. But there is a drawback in this tool. What means? No forward and backward. Once you start, it will go up to the end. Then if you want to pause it in middle, can't pause it. Okay, that is the one drawback in the like app tool. But it will help compared to taking the screenshot. It will show the steps, what steps you have identified the difference. Okay. Yeah. Coming back to this bug life cycle. Okay. So I would like to give an generic example of this bug life cycle. Okay, I will take new one. Rajesh. Rajesh.
Yes, sir.
Rajesh.
Yes, sir.
See, we will come out of the box and we will discuss in generic way, Rajesh. Okay. So
Yeah. Yes.
suppose, okay, don't take it in personal. Okay. Suppose if you are suffering with a fever, so what are all the steps you do, Rajesh?
Basically, I want to go to the doctor and by action, take some prescription and go to the medical shop, and I want to use some medicine for fever purpose.
Okay. Super. See, in the initial level, you yourself identified there is some problem in your body. Okay. So you have some symptoms. That means steps. I'm getting headache. I'm getting body pain. So temperature is rising. So these are all steps. So by observing all these, you are reporting to the doctor, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what doctor will do? Doctor examines entire your body. If he confirms, okay, you are having fever, then only you think, I mean, you will be assured, okay, there is some severe fever in your body. If it is not severe, then of course it is not general, you can go back. That is like rejected or different. In case if it is a real fever, then the problem is there, addressed by doctor. The state of issue is bug. Okay. So what doctor will do? He will give some fixation, right? Medication, right? So he will
Yes, sir.
prescribe some tablets or injection or syrup. So, okay. after whatever the suggestion given or prescription given by the doctor, you will take by yourself. So you can take the tablets or syrup or injection. Okay. Once the fix is whatever the medication given by a doctor, if it is works, your fever will be gone. Then what you will do? You will say, my problem is solved. Okay. In case whatever the medicine given by doctor, if it affects, okay, if you are getting a hand pains or knee pains or allergies or getting more cough, okay, so then again one more new issue came, right? Rajesh, are you getting
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So that is called regression testing. In case if doctor fixes the medication, okay, you have followed his instruction up to 1 week, okay, then medication completed. Again, same, you getting the same symptoms of problem of fever and everything. So again, what you do? Again, you will go back to the doctor, right? Same thing.
Yes, sir.
If you are identified any
Right.
issue, if it is retest, okay, fine. But same retesting, if it is again providing same issue, then you will reopen issue. Simple generic exam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So